Okay, I'm in a tank top, even though I never wear tank tops because I'm really insecure that my arms aren't like good enough to be in a tank. They're not worthy to be in a tank top, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm Randy. This is my goddamn YouTube channel. I'm gonna wear a tank top, okay? Time to sunscreen myself. Can't age. You know the drill. Cannot age. Okay, let me find the right one. That was not the right one, Randy. Tinted? No, I don't want tinted. I don't want to be tinted. Okay, this vein is popping, like literally. Like, oh wait, did it disappear? Where'd the vein go? I have such a twink body, and people assume I'm a bottom because I'm really skinny and, you know, I look like a twink or whatever. I don't like bottoming. I just do not. First of all, I have the tightest asshole in the world. And I know that's probably perfect for being a bottom. Like, you're like, damn, like, you should be a bottom. You're super tight. But no, my asshole is so tight. Like, I can't fit shit in there. I wish I was a bottom. I wish I loved that shit. I wish I was, like, living for it. But I just do not. Like, I don't want anything up there. So it's just, that's just my preference. And luckily, most of the guys that I'm interested in, they like two bottoms, so it totally works out. I'm like, thank God, because people expect me to be the bottom sometimes. I get it. I appear like I would be. Like, I definitely, it's kind of shocking that I'm not, but I'm just... By the way, are you not so sad that Shannen Doherty died? I am so devastated. I was getting ready. I get a text from my sister. It's a sad day for the Charm world. Shannen Doherty died. I was obsessed with Charmed growing up. I own all the DVD sets of the show. Like, it's about the three witches, the three sisters, but then actually Shannen Doherty's character dies. So they find out they have another sister. So she's only in 3 seasons of the show, but she's a huge part of that show. And that show is iconic. Like, that show is legendary in, like, the world. I mean, she was in other stuff. She was in, like, the original Beverly Hills 90210. I never watched that, but I'm very aware of it, obviously. That's also iconic. She was in Heathers, which is one of my favorite movies, the original Mean Girls of the 80s. She was, like, a Heather, so she was one of the cool, popular Mean Girls, but she was, like, the Heather that always got bullied. She was, like, the Gretchen of the group, because you know how Regina always bullies Gretchen and is a bitch? Yeah, well, Heather, main Heather, was always a bitch to Shannen Doherty's character, Heather. So... yeah, but I love that movie. Oh my God, that movie's so funny. We're gonna be super, super natural with the foundation today. Like, I'm talking like just a little. It's like pale too. I'm gonna look like a vampire. Twilight, where you at? I never got into Twilight, by the way, ever. Like, that just was never for me. I think I saw New Moon in the theater at the time. The guy that plays Jacob, what's his name? Taylor Lautner. I mean, everyone and their fucking mother thought he was hot as balls. Like, his body in that movie was like, wait, that's real? Like, what? I'd be lying if I didn't imagine licking that shit once or twice. I mean, his body was just like, oh. But, yeah, I don't think I'm into vampires in general. I'm always talking shit about vampire movies and being like, oh my God, they're not for me. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it's just so unrealistic. But I kind of like, same thing with zombie stuff. Like, sometimes I like zombie movies, but most of the time I'm just like, maybe because it's just so fake and I'm just like, bitch, no way. Like, no fucking way is this gonna happen. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe I just think they're dumb. Maybe I'm just like... Okay, you know what movie I'm literally obsessed with? Romy and Michele's high school reunion. Please tell me you've seen that. That is such a good one, especially if you're gay. You need to see that. You need to see First Wives Club. You need to see Jawbreaker. I mean, these are just legendary. I mean, come on. Especially Romy and Michele. I love that movie. It's about the two blondes that are like complete ditzes. They go to their high school reunion. They pretend that they're successful because they're living in Los Angeles. So to them, they're living a great life. But they're like, oh, well, we got bullied in high school. We want to show these bitches that, you know, we're thriving. But they're not really thriving career-wise. They're single. And so they're like, oh, let's just pretend that we're businesswomen and like that we invented something. So they make up that they invented Post-its. And the mean girls at the reunion like reveal that they're actually lying. And then they kind of just own it. They're like, you know what? Fuck these bitches. We're fabulous. We're blonde and fabulous. They're pregnant, fat, and look ratchet. And we're better than that. I mean, not better, but like we're happy with ourselves. We're ourselves. And I kind of see myself in them. I see myself in Romy and Michele because, you know, I was bullied. I don't have my shit together. But you know what? I'm fucking fabulous. Like, sorry I'm not pregnant. Okay, I literally have one of the monologues in my head. This is Romy saying this to the main mean girl. Okay, ready? What the hell is your problem, Christy? Why are you always such a nasty bitch? And then everyone's around is like, oh. Do you get some sick pleasure from torturing other people? Okay, yeah, maybe me and Michele did make up some stupid lie. It was only because we wanted you to treat us like human beings. But you know what I realized? I don't care if you like us, because we don't like you. You're a bad person with an ugly heart, and we don't give a flying fuck what you think. Iconic. So there's a Chili's, and right next door, there's an IHOP. This guy messaged me one time on Grindr, and he was like, oh, I've seen you at Chili's because I work there. I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay. And so later, I guess he moved from Chili's to working at IHOP. And so recently I went to IHOP and he was the fucking waiter. He was my waiter. And I'm like, oh God, this is so awkward. I'm not attracted to him. So it's not even like this like cutesy, like romantic, like, ooh, like, hey. No, like I'm not interested at all. I don't know his name, don't know anything. And it's just so awkward. You just want to be like, oh my God. Because I'm sure he recognizes me. I recognized him. And so what am I supposed to say? Hey, you messaged me on Grindr. No. So we just pretend like we don't know each other, and that's fucking weird. So I'm just like, oh God, please just bring the pancakes and just let me die in peace. This is so weird. And another guy that was blowing me up, like this was probably 2 years ago, he would constantly message me and I would respond because I was kind of interested at first, but then it was just too much. And anyway, constantly message me, right? He would bombard me. Eventually, I think I blocked him because it was just annoying. Like, I was annoyed. And recently, he came into my work and I had to help him. And I'm like, oh, fucking A. Because I recognized him right away. I don't know if he remembered me. I was wearing glasses this time. I never had glasses on in the photos. I looked slightly different than I looked 2 years ago. So there's a probability he didn't know it was me. But I was like, oh God, I could feel my face blushing. Like, I was like, I don't know, I shouldn't have been insecure. He should have been insecure because he looked like the nutbag that like wouldn't leave me alone. But I just felt awkward. I'm sorry. You know me, I'm a socially anxious, awkward person. And I was like, oh, this is so awkward. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but my style has changed like a lot in the past year. I used to wear very flamboyant outfits. I would wear pink 24/7. I know I'm wearing pink right now, but this is rare. This is a tank top. This is different. I used to wear like a full fucking pink outfit, like literally just to get looks and to be memorable and to like stand out. Seriously, I would do that shit. I would do a lot of makeup, a flashy outfit because I just wanted everyone to look at me and remember me. And it's like, you can get people to remember you other ways. I don't want to look ridiculous and like a big joke. Like, I want to look good. And I still think I looked good, but it was just too much makeup. I used to do eyeshadow, top eyeliner, bottom eyeliner, the lips. I never did fake eyelashes. I never did mascara. Those were never for me. I always felt like lashes were too feminine. I know that's crazy because I had all this makeup on, but I always felt like the lashes were just too much. That was like, and like, I wouldn't do like a red lipstick. I always did a very neutral, nude lip. Never fucking red or black or some weird shit. Like, partially because I always wanted to be Regina George. And you know how the Mean Girls, like, they always wore pink. Well, on Wednesdays they did, but I felt like pink resembled being popular and like, you're cool and you're one of the plastics and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, but like, this isn't Mean Girls. This isn't 2004 and we're not in a fucking movie. Like, this is real life. Also, I'm not a girl. So there's that. I mean, boys look cute in pink. I will still wear pink. I'm still wearing pink in this moment in time, but it doesn't need to be my every fucking day color. And like, I don't need everything to be pink, 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 pink. Like, it's too much. It gets nauseating. Like, it's like Pepto-Bismol overload. I'm just sick of pink, like, sometimes. Also, recently I was like, I don't know if I should bleach my hair again. Like, I felt like I stood out more. I still like to stand out. I still have that part of that's part of who I am. That's always going to be part of me, is wanting to stand out and wanting to be remembered. But I don't know if I want to keep being brunette. I'm kind of liking the brunette. I think it's handsome. I think I've been told I was handsome a few times lately, and I felt like I wasn't told that as often when I was blonde. I remember one time I threw up in grade school. Like, literally, I had tacos the night before that my mom made. I knew those tacos were gonna fuck me over because I walked into school the next day. I was so nauseous on the way to school, and like, as I was getting out of the car, I was like, I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna puke, I'm gonna puke. I told my mom that. She did not give a shit. She thought I was faking it. Because I tended to fake it back then. I would be like, oh, I'm sick. And she's like, Randy, you are not sick. You're going to school. So I walk in. I kid you not. I take like 15 steps into this school. I'm still in the office before the actual school. I upchuck onto the rug. It was so embarrassing. There was a girl behind me. I literally turned around and she's staring at me. I was like, so embarrassing. And yeah, I went home. Thanks, Mom. Okay, so I had this friend named Laura that I met in one of my college classes. I'll just say her name because I have not talked to this bitch in literally forever. I don't even know her last name anymore. We went to, I was underage at the time. I was not 21, but she was. And we went to this party that so this was a party she was invited to. So she took us, she drove us there. The whole way there, we were listening to Hold On, We're Going Home. I will never not think of her with that song because we were listening to it for 45 minutes straight. I'm not kidding. It was over and over and over. It had just come out. So I was like obsessed with it. And I was drinking in the car. So by the time we get there, I'm lit. And it's this party with people I don't know. But when you're drunk, you don't give a shit. You're like, oh, let's be friends, everybody. And she was sober on the way there. But this bitch got so fucked up at this party. She passed out in one of the guest rooms. And she was my ride. I didn't have a license at the time. I wasn't the driver. And I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do? We're at a stranger's house. So I figured we were going to sleep over. I didn't know. But I don't even think she knew the owner of the place. She was invited by somebody else. I was like, I don't really think we should be staying the night. There was like a girl trying to get with me at that party. I had facial hair, no makeup. Like she probably thought I was straight. I mean, I don't know how, because even my personality still seems gay. But anyway, she was trying to get with me. I was trying to get with some blonde guy. And so finally my fucking friend woke up from her slumber. Did you have a good nap, honey? We ended up going to IHOP, and I just remember, I don't really know how the fight started, but we were in an argument in IHOP. Like, we were at the table, so we were making, like, a spectacle. But we were having an argument amongst ourselves. I think I was, like, irritated that she got so drunk knowing she had to drive us back. This was a 45-minute distance, too. Like, that's not safe. So maybe that was the problem? I don't know. And then I ended up losing my wallet. Like, at the IHOP, we left, and then had to come back. Speaking of wallets, I've lost several wallets, including Louis Vuitton ones. I've had fake Louis Vuitton ones. I had a real one, and I lost it. Just like I lost my Chanel sunglasses, or they were stolen. Still to be determined. One time I was at a fucking carnival. I left my wallet on the carnival ride, not knowing. I was drunk as shit with my friends. We were being hooligans, and that was the time that my friend almost killed me on the ride because it was one of those rides that goes in a circle. You're sitting two people, and it just goes in a circle like this, and then it goes backwards. And I was on the outside and he was on top of me because of the gravity, and he was crushing me. I could not breathe. If that ride kept going and going and going, I would have suffocated and died. It would have ended and I would have been dead on the ride. Morbid. But anyway, I guess I left my wallet on a ride and somebody was nice enough to turn it in, and I had to go to the police station in that town, which I'm not from, and I didn't know where the police station was, and it was fucking confusing because it was like attached to a library. I was so confused. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And my friends were mad at me because we got into a fight the night before. There's always some fight. There's always some bullshit. Well, this is years ago. Now we're living a peaceful... I'm a nun these days. I don't do shit. God, is it just me or do I look like extra delicious right now? I did not just say that aloud. Oh my God. Oh my God. Speaking of movies, by the way. Okay, we're not even speaking of movies, but I just thought of Never Been Kissed. I really love that movie. Don't you love Drew Barrymore? Okay, she's a very bizarre... Like, doesn't she give interviews? She has her own show. She is very bizarre giving an interview. Like, yeah, bitch, you don't need to get in people's face, like, where they can smell your breath and, like, see every pore on your face. That's weird. That is weird. I do agree with all the comments. Bitch, get out of their face. Give them some space. I find that bizarre, and it's like she's trying too hard to be, like, relatable and to be, like, really close. Like, to connect. It's hard to connect with somebody when you're up in their shit. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable. I wouldn't be able to connect. I'd be like, can this interview be over so I can breathe? Like, however, in movies, Drew Barrymore tends to be the sweetheart, the underdog, the person you're rooting for. Never Been Kissed, my favorite movie of hers, hands down. Second favorite, I think, is Ever After. It's like the Cinderella story where she's Cinderella. Oh my God, Angelica Houston, who plays her fucking mother, stepmother, whatever, is such a little bitch. Like, she is, and her stepsister, the blonde one, Marguerite or whatever. Oh my God, capital C. When she punches that bitch in the face, oh my God, I was screaming. I was shouting. I was cheering. Punch the bitch. She punched that bitch square in her face. She flies over the bed. But she said, like, something so horrific about her mother who died. So, like, the bitch had it coming. Are you kidding? So I love Ever After. And, of course, we love to see somebody who gets bullied prevail in the end. Yay, Drew.
to the eye.